let's get into a quick draft. I didn't notice Neon Dynasty was on. Law counter, each saga I control, activate only a sorcery. Sasuke living law dies with one. Ah! 1-3-2, nothing amazing. Whenever it attacks alone gains lifelink, seems good. Artifact payoff. I like this card. It's pretty good. It's a 2-for-1 menace as well. It's relevant. This card is one of the best white cards. 2 mana, 1/1 draw card. Shattered States era, bit weak. Good for a tempo deck as a tempo finisher. 3 mana, 3/2, 4 mana, 3. From here, it's either look at the white cards here. Gold cards, you typically don't want to first pick it because it's a lot of commitment to your mana. So you will typically want to pick a monocolored card in your first pick. Sulphurous Samurai looks powerful. It attacks alone, gets lifelink, can sack it to make something else indestructible. Pretty annoying to be deal against this. 2 mana, 1/1 draw cards also very good. I think I'll take the Samurai here. Slightly more powerful than the dog. So let's go with that. And we just take note that the dog might come in at pick 8 from around the table, if you're lucky. This card, 3 mana, exile something, creature fundamentally 4 or greater. I've played this a lot and it doesn't seem to hit enough things. So there's lots of vehicles, a lot of good creatures at 3 actually, so this card will be in my hand for most of the time. So at face value it looked great, like it's a 2-for-1, you kill something, gives you a 1/3 body which dies and draw a card, but it doesn't seem as powerful because the format is so powerful. This card's much better. Power 4 or greater, instant speed, hits artifacts and vehicles. There's a lot of vehicles in this set. This one is pretty good. I lost it a few times. It's 3 mana, 3/4 crew 2. It attacks and creates a free 1/1. To stop this thing, you need a 4/4, which comes in at 5 mana. So there's a good window to get into this in turn 4, and then it snowballs out of control. You get a free 1/1. The 1/1 can crew this. You have start building your board up. If you give this evasion, and if you remove the 4/4 whatever, it gets really out of control fast. So it is pretty good, but it's a gold card, so we don't want to commit that early. It depends on the rest of the pack. So nothing amazing. This one's good. Shock, normal shock. But so this pack looks like this card is decent. I prefer the 7 mana haste vehicle over this as a finisher. This one is costs 1 more. Modify is not so easy to get, so it's pretty expensive. I'm looking at the gold card and Repel the Vial here. This card seems a bit too situational for me, but it's also in consideration here. So it's either 1, 2, or 3. I can't remember what the blue cards were in the last pack. Nothing really exciting. I think there's 2 mana, 2/1. There was some blue. There was a blue-red splash land. They could go for either of this, I think. Repel the Vial looks really good, I think. It doesn't actually kill the prototype. Yeah, the prototype's alright. We do have a 2-drop. A good one at that. It can even make this indestructible and keep this thing around, take out their biggest blocker. But yeah, the removals are great as well. I think I'll go for the safe option here. The gold card is a bit of a big commitment now. I don't know if I'll be blue. There's another dog here actually. But yeah, this removal is great. There's a lot of enchantments going around, enchantment creatures as well. It's gonna hit something. This one's a bit situational, so let's see what comes back. So we have 2 good white cards to start the draft. Two library with 2 cards. This card is so it's a 4 mana 5/5 or 6/6 is eventually essentially, but it takes some time to get there. 3 turns. It's pretty good. I think it's, if you're ahead, this card is great. Closes the game fast. It's huge. +1/+1 for each land you control. You have 6 lands guaranteed after you play this. This one. It's alright. But we're in white, so we start looking at the white cards. This one's fine. I didn't really enjoy playing this card very much. This one looks good actually. Enters battlefield. So it comes in as a 4 mana 3/4 minimum. You can put the +1/+1 on creature or vehicle, and then when it dies, you get another one. So it's pretty good value as 4-drop. Other than that, nothing amazing. Nothing of worthy to note. So looks like this card's great. 2 mana, flash, flying, tap something, crew 1. It's everything you want in a vehicle. I think I'm probably gonna take that. Whenever you discard a card, you may exile the card. It's some weird discard payoff. So it's between the hover bike and bow sigil reaches skyward. It's a good finisher, no doubt. It's for a control-y deck, so you want to gum the ground. Mid-range deck actually. Gum the ground, play this and try to finish off the game with this. So it's like a mid-range card. Not an aggro card for sure. Yeah, but our deck so far, we are gumming the ground pretty well. We got a good removal to last the early game zone now. But this hover bike is great. I think it's gonna be alive. It's colorless, goes in every deck we play. So I'm gonna take it. Thief's fine. Hits, get the treasure. This one's fine, nothing amazing. 3 mana 2/2. First strikes, it's okay. But we have the dog here. I think that's the first thing. Which looks like the pick. This one, I didn't like it when I first saw it. According to some reviews, it's a pretty good finisher in the green-white grindy deck. So really grinds people out. So you can pay attention to this one. But I think it'll go around the table. Our choices are between another white card, solidify a white, or we can go for a 3 mana 3/2. When he hits them, get a treasure. This one's really good for ninjutsu, so you want cheap evasive creatures, which we don't seem to have yet. So I think I'll go for the safest option here. So we're keeping our options really open and flexible in this draft. Fully mono white at the moment. It's another dog. Dogs are great, by the way. This card is full of value. Like, you can play as many as you want. You're just getting free creatures in the field, drawing cards, getting your land drops. It's everything white bonds in the card actually. Can't believe it's white. Normally it's in green. We have good removal here. This one, I don't really like this card. It's just a 3 mana 2/3. It's fine. Gain 2 life is good. Leaves the battle. The question is how do we want to make it leave the battlefield? Like, blink is the best effect. Like, you fly out and come in again. But it's just too much effort to make it work. Dog looks like the pick here again. We don't want to gamble on any red cards at the moment. I think we just might just play mono white weirdly. Okay, more white cards are coming through. This card is great. Exile target, artifact, enchantment. It's straight up so many targets in this set. So many creatures are just artifact, like the dog, enchantment creature. So many artifact creatures and stuff. Never they wanted attention. It's fine. Arrow of Enlightenment. I'm not a big fan of this card. Very slow. Scry 2 is good though, late game. Life is good as well. It's very slow for just 2/2. Koi is fine. 4 mana 3/3 flying is always good. Like, everything else is gravy. Artifact. interesting. Fleet. Probably fleet. Probably fleet. Best pick here. Okay, dog came back, so that's great. Otherwise, nothing exciting. Let's take that. This card's good. I like this, and this could be a sign raise open. So we'll keep that in mind. Something amazing here, but that's the vehicle I was talking about. It's pretty good late game. It's easy to crew, it's big, it's trample, it's everything you want in a finisher. Haste as well. Yeah, I'll take that. I think the other cards are quite weak. Now we have could take another vehicle. This one's not that great, I don't like it. But we have 3 dogs. And they're all 1 power. So crew 1 becomes more relevant here. I think we're not going to miss any of these cards, so I'm just going to take the crew 1. Skyscraper. Draw a card. That is good. Might be good. So many dogs is assured of a enchantment and an artifact. We have both. 2 mana, draw 2, sack. My gosh, seems very powerful. Nothing else here. This one a bit expensive. It has no haste. It's yes, it comes to the ground, but it's a bit slow and clunky. This one mana less, comes down with haste, smashes in for once, and the second smash should do the job. This one needs 2 smashes, and you need to not die on the lashback. Like, yeah, it's a bit clunky. I'll take this. Nothing here for us, I think. We might go into red, so we saw a bit of red coming back. I think concrete. This card is fine. I don't know what's going on here, but we have no discard synergy, but it is an artifact. So is this. I'm going to take the red card here. Well, it didn't come back. The shock didn't come back. Now this is the discard payoff for that guy, but we didn't even draft him. 4-drop? We don't have any 4-drops. Just take the puppet. The puppet makes a +1/+1 counter card stronger. We don't have any at the moment as well. That's looking a bit weak and fragile, but let's see what's gonna happen here. This is a matter. A red card. Blue, white card. Okay. Toss this aside. Farewell. The current standard removal of choice. 6 mana kills everything. Literally everything. It's pretty strong. Let me see bad cards out. Okay. Other than that, I'm looking at Naomi. In my deck, Naomi's pretty good. She comes in for 4/4, makes a 2/2. Attacks probably gonna make another 2/2. We have a good mix of artifacts and enchantments with the dog. Farewell is so powerful. A good piece of removal here. Twisted Embrace. Very, very, very happy with this. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Farewell. So we're playing quite a number of vehicles, already 3 I think. And the good thing about playing vehicles is you can just exile all creatures and then all your vehicles survive and should should be build play off that. But we have to keep in mind there's two very strong black cards in this pack. Golden Tail Disciple is not bad as well. But pack 1 we didn't see any black at all, so let's keep our options open. Mill 3 cards, okay, 1/1, okay, that's pretty good. That's already a 2 mana 2/2, straight up. Mill 3. Then it transforms into a creature. Whenever Kirin or Orochi attacks, choose 1. Exile target creature from graveyard, creates another 1/1. Exile target. So somehow we need to give this evasion to get the value going, right? Attack every turn and you get either a 1/1 or +1 plus counter. I don't know how we're gonna do that. It's not whenever it's tapped, whenever it attacks, a 1/1, like, nah, nothing exciting. Let's see what else we have. We don't have anything else though, sadly. White cards, just this. No artifact and enchantment synergies. Just straight up aggressive 1 mana 1/1. Don't think it's good in our deck at the moment. It's fine. It's 1. It crews 1. Gets in there. Does something in the late game as well. We're gonna take the rare here. We might go into green and this is fine. Not sure how we're gonna get the full value out of this, but yeah, it's a 2 mana 2/2 with upside, so you can't get too wrong than that. And when you open up the attacks, that's when the game ends. So I'm gonna stick it in. Let's gamble off that. The Spirit Arm, great. I like this removal, pretty good. But yeah, we need to keep in mind that there's a lot of enchantment removal this time. But this card is pretty good. I've wiped out 2 creatures before with this, but we need high power creatures. At the moment we have none, so it's a small worry. But we can always like activate our vehicle to do it. So 6 mana, wipe out 2 things, pretty good. I don't see anything else in this pack of note. So we're gonna take the wheel kick. We're probably moving to the green. We're starting to get some good green cards. And in pack 1 we saw green was probably open, so it's a good sign. Okay, more great green cards. This card's great. It's black, unfortunately. This is a great green card. I like it a lot. It's a bit slow, but it's very powerful. It ramps you up. Gain 3 life as well against the aggro decks. And you get a 3/3 for 2. It's incredible. See how many enchantments we have. We don't have that many enchantments, so this guy is not that great. Harder to cast and everything. I think I'm going to take Azusa's Many Journeys. Pretty solid. The gold card might even table. Grave Ladder is incredibly strong. I played against this card once and I got murdered by it. 3 mana 2/2 is a great rate already, and it's upside. So nothing here which we really want. I think we already found our colors. Our green is pretty strong. I don't think we're going to sacrifice the green anytime soon. Let's get rid of the red cards. Everything else is playable. We have 1 land here, 16 cards, 9 cards to go. We already have a playable deck. So what do we need? Let's have a look. We have a finisher. We have our great sweeper. We have our great 1/1s. We have tons of 2-drops. Stack our vehicle one side. Removal wise, we're pretty good as well. The deck's okay, fine. We might want some. Not sure what we want. A bit more removal would be nice. A bit more solid creatures would be good as well. Yeah, to replace this puppet, a bit more higher quality creatures. So let's see what we got. We got this. It's a 4 mana 4/4. It's pretty good. And we need high power creatures, yes, for the spinning wheel kick. So I think the Preserver is the choice here. See anything else? The Grove Archer is okay, but it's a bit defensive. We already lots of 2-drops short up the ground. Let's take the Preserver. The other option would be to take this and splash a black card. But I think that's probably the choice. We should be able to get Preservers down the line. Not sure if we should risk it. We should just take it. It's not easy to get high-powered green creatures, right? Yeah. take that. The land might cycle anyway. Alright, it's great. Imperial Oath is pretty good as well. Probably the Imperial Oath. The Naturalist is good and all. Again, we don't really have that many great enchantments. Okay, fine. We ramp this up. So fine. 2 mana 2/2 lifelinks, good. Yeah, Imperial Oath. It's one of the strongest commons in the game for white. Hot Shot mechanic. Coiling Stalker, I am fine with it. It gets some value. Hot Shot is good. Can crew 3 if we need it to be, but there's no crew 3, so it's 1 mana 2/1. Never go wrong with that. Kitsune is pretty good, I think. Gives all our vehicles first strike, and the brute suit becomes a real monster. All these become monsters with first strike. So it's an option, but nothing exciting. Calling Stalker, probably not. It's the easiest way to get modified stuff online, but I don't think we have much modified payoffs. So let's see. Yeah, oh, this thing's an artifact creature. That makes some a bit of difference for this. Let's probably take it. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's a 1-drop, 2/1 stat line should be quite good. How many Thundersteel Colossuses are too many Thundersteel Colossuses? This one is not that great. There's nothing here though. Nothing for us. The terrarium's fine. It's fine. I'll probably just take the big guy, but probably won't play him. Sorry if you can't see that, sorry. Yeah, we'll take the Disciple, but yeah, the gold card, I don't think it came back. Disciple is enchantment as well. Light the way. Fine. Maybe? Might make the deck, who knows. This guy is okay. He ramps out our artifacts and enchantments. We have quite a number. We do have quite a number, so probably gonna take that. I'm not gonna play another Light the Way, most likely. Okay, one of our gold guys came back. Commune with Spirit is good, but the life thing is better. Board, but we're playing best of 1, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, red, blue. We're gonna look at that. Another Repel the Valve, pretty good pickup here. Nothing else. Juka Training I like, but apparently it's got a low grade from other reviews, which is strange. But there's a lot of 2/2s in this format, so I think the dog is better than the tradie. We're gonna take the Repel the Valve. The deck's looking really solid. I hope we can go all the way this time. Nothing here of great interest. Goshen Thigh is fine, it grows throughout the game, but look at how many 2-drops we have. We have way too many 2-drops. I don't know if we want to play one more. Well, it's a fine card. I like that it's enchantment creature as well. Could synergize it with a bit. This one. That's about it, I guess. So it's between the Boon of Boseju is okay. 2 mana. Yeah, 2 mana +4 +4 +3 is design is good. Thing amazing. I do like that it grows and ends the game eventually. It has trample, so yeah, it's good early, good late. It's not that great early, it's a bit slow, but it is 1 power, it crews out stuff. Probably going for this. Wins the game eventually. Dragonfly suit, fine. With so many 1-drops. Okay, Master's Rebuke is amazing. That's probably the best removal in green. We'll take that. Removal wise, we look set. This is a creature. What's this? Choose target creature with mana value less than X. Same name. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. We do have 3 dogs, maybe not. It's a funny card. Something else for us to take. Do we actually play this? Probably not. We just rare drafted. I don't think there's anything I want here. This thing's okay. Again, nothing amazing. I prefer the Jukai guy. It's for 4 power, and that makes a huge difference for my spinning wheel kick. We're not gonna be the one with the greatest power most of the time, so I'm just gonna take the green card and put it in the board. Let's see how many dogs we end up with. If it's a lot, maybe we play it. Nothing here. Just take the 2-drop. See where we go with that. Okay, I'll take a Tails here. We don't have that much late game. The Tails does make our stuff bigger, which we want to hold the ground. We don't want to smash anything. Hot Spring, nothing. Sorry, again, if it's too small, sorry. Need to make it bigger. I think only the Searchlight Companion, but even then, nothing, not very exciting. Doesn't do much. Just it's 2 bodies crewing 1. Probably take that. Don't need any. Yeah. I think that's the pick. It's not exciting at all. Don't think it'll make the deck. Okay, between Favor of Jukai. Favor of Jukai is nice. Like, it gives you either that buff or to kill the flyer if you can. It's a bit scary. Might get blown out. Yeah, I don't really like it. Lifelinker is pretty good. Enchantment creature as well. Again, probably take the Disciple. Yeah. I think it's fine. 2 power is good to crew the Colossi as well. Jukai Trainee, I like it, man. There's probably too many 2-drops. So let's just add some power into the deck. There's nothing I want, probably just Brute Suit. We'll take it, build our deck after this. Boon came back, let's just grab that just for free. Just gonna take down common. There's the vault. I think it's good. Whatever. Okay, we have a green-white deck to deck building. Okay, onto the deck building portion. Let's sort this out. So this is a trick I learned from Sam Black. T-Clear. Okay, it didn't work, but I think what you're supposed to do is that, and then T-Clear. And that would sort out your creatures and your spells. So I think let's put our vehicles on side. We do want to play more vehicles because of Farewell. So the combo would be, but I guess, yeah, more Brute Suits and stuff doesn't win the game. But yeah, when you play Searchlight Companion, you can crew this separately. 2 Brute Suits is smash in there. That seems like a good combo. The mana base seems fine. I do like the Reliquary. Gives us a good late game. We have 7 cards over. See how many creatures we have. We have 14 creatures roughly. Let's see any bad ones. Potentially cut this one. Potential cut here. This one potential cut here. This one should be a potential cut, but we do have lots of artifacts, but I don't think we want to ramp any out. It's probably not gonna make the deck. This is great. This is great. This is great. This is great. This is fine. It's always value, so I think I'll take it. Probably gonna cut the Disciple. Like the way, probably gonna cut one. I think it has space in this deck. Don't know why it doesn't want to take a card, but whatever. Oh, it's not a creature. Yeah, my bad. Moral So that's 4 cuts. I need to cut 3 more. Probably gonna cut the Thundersteel Colossus. A bit too greedy to have 2. Because we already have Tales of Matsushiro. Anyway, as a finisher. So let's just cut one of those. Cut this, cut all this. Left with 11 creatures. That's a bit scarily low, I guess. But we do have all the vehicles which access pseudo creatures. There's 4 of them. With this, I think Fade to Antiquity we can afford to cut. It's situational. It is good, but I think Fell the Vial is probably better. Yeah. Hits enchantment, so it's instant speed as well. That makes a big difference. One more cut. I don't want to cut a creature. I think we have just about enough. Probably need to cut Repel the Vial. Strange, there's so many cards. Sort it out properly again. Yeah, the vehicles are the one taking the creature count down. So a lot of vehicles. The bad thing is we don't have enough things to crew them. So probably need to cut a Brute Suit. One of the potential cuts. This is a creature, so this number is misleading. It's 12 now. 13 with Azusa's, 14 with Kirin. So that number is not as low as we think. 14 is about right, I think. It's fine. 2 less and we have nothing to crew our vehicles with. It's just a disaster. One more cut. This is quite difficult. We could cut a land and go for the risky plays. These cards are going to be really hard to cast, but we do have tons of other stuff to do. So many 2-drops. The only thing is the color distribution. Okay, it's skewing white a bit. So we do, if we want to cut a land, we could cut a forest. I don't want to cut the reliquary. It seems great in our deck. So many enchantments and artifacts everywhere. Definitely going to draw 2 with that. It's really good. Mechanics fine. It's a tough cut. I think I'm gonna cut the Disciple here. Okay, so it's definitely on the cutting block, one of them. A land is definitely another consideration. I think we can cut a land. The logic is we're gonna draw cards from this, and it's gonna accelerate us most likely. So 3 of this, right? We're gonna draw 7 cards at the start of the game. 33 cards left in your deck. There's always a 3rd chance to draw one of these, and this will turbo you into more lands. But it's definitely a risk. A lot of our 2-drops are green. So that's this sorry, this is, let me split up the removal package. So yeah, a lot of 2-drops are green other than this white cards. It's 4 green 2-drops. So if we miss our colors, pretty much doomed. I think we can cut Disciple. I do like the Companion because it gives 2 bodies to crew the suit with. We have 3 vehicles to crew 1, so this is really good. 2 bodies it seems really good here. It's fly as well, breaks some stalemates. I think we'll just cut the Disciple and we have a green-white control. Not really control, it's like just a green-white value deck, I guess, mid-range. Yeah, it tussles well with aggro. We have a sweeper, we have lots of chunky creatures, and we are also pretty okay with against control. Our creatures are not so big, which we're not all in on the Colossus. We do have tails, we do have brute suits to punch through, good removal. We have card draw as well, so we can play both sides of the fence. So we white mid range seems pretty good. Alright, so the next session would be the game session. So hopefully we get some good games and get to our 7 wins.